Good day, nerds and nerdettes, if there are any females watching this. What? How do you exist on the internet? You gotta tell me if you do, okay? But, no. Today is the day of the Bound Hero Battle, and we'll be going over that in, I believe, Infernal difficulty, because, well, why not? I'll give you a basic idea of how I did it, but be aware that I'm not going to be doing it with 4 stars and 3 stars. I'm just going to be doing it casually because I always do it casually. And as a reminder, today is part 12 of the Daily Orb quests. So if you haven't already done it, go ahead and do that. And also, today also starts the day of more Daily Orbs, at least for the update celebration, which is great. You get an additional 1 orb. So, yeah, that's cool. That's neat. I like it. More orbs. Not only that, but Bound Hero Battles also give you orbs. So, I mean, it's a win-win situation for a lot of people, I'm sure. But, just be prepared for the nitty-gritty that's going to be coming your way when it comes to that. I know people were kind of upset. Some of you were actually sad that there was only 1 daily orb from the update celebration, but gotta remember, they are giving you a lot more orbs. I mean, right now, there's a potential of 10 plus orbs to be made today alone, so... And that's pretty good. I like to think that's pretty good. So first, let's take a look and see what's going on with the summon banner. Hey guys, look! EPHRAIM's finally in a summon. Wait a second. Wait a second. I knew it. That guy is that guy. That guy is that guy. But how? No, really, I guess I just did. This is a really weird choice, I have to say. I don't really understand why they went and put him in the Threat and Defense one if they're just going to bring him out again in this. But I guess I'll talk about the banner real quick since we can. We're going to go through it as quickly as possible. EPHRAIM, really good. Sigmund, plus 3 attack, cool. Also has Sealed Defense and Threat and Defense, so he's meant to put the hurt on his, adversaries, but also kind of threaten them in case, you want to do more damage afterwards. I really don't know why Sealed Defense is that interesting. But still, as a unit, you can build him to be a buff battery, which is something that's really cool for Blade-type units if you don't want to run a Horse Emblem team. And of course, his sister, Erica, also has Sieglind, which does the exact same thing as Siegmund, and is, well, kind of the same thing. But, as an advantage, she also, of course, has Hone Speed, and if you happen to give her certain abilities like, I believe, Rally Defense, or, whatever, you could potentially give her, certain seals as well, and she can basically buff the entire team without really having to invest too much. But, same could be said for EPHRAIM if you decide to do so. They're great batteries, and EPHRAIM does a lot of damage. Erica is pretty cool, too. And then, of course, we also have Seth, who is, well, he's Seth. I mean, Fortress Defense, Ruby Sword, some other stuff. Just as an advisory here, guys, Seth and Erica are already available at 4 stars, so if you really, really are going for them, I don't know if that's going to really help too much. You'll get them as 4 stars as well, and you might get better IVs that way. A little bit easier, but still. EPHRAIM is, unfortunately, 5-star only, and since he's now on a 2nd banner, well, I guess that's cool too. I don't really understand it, but I won't pretend to because, well, alright, let me just get over here, see if we got anything cool to look at, and we got 1 blue, which is probably the only blue I'm gonna go for this banner, because why wouldn't I? And it's a 3-star. Dang it. And it's an Odin, even more, dang it. That's just, you know what? That's just my luck, but I kind of expected that. Oh, no, 4 stars are still going strong. Ooh, well, that's cool. That's what I was kind of hoping for, at least get a 2nd chance, 2 chances at it. I don't think I'm going to get EPHRAIM, but it would be really cool. I mean, Katria is, everyone likes white wings and things like that, so, okay. Let's just, go in with one more and then call it a day on this banner. I mean, I wasn't expecting much. I'm not expecting much, and of course, there's probably another Odin. No, it's Florina. Some of you like her, some of you don't. I won't judge. Oh boy. Kind of messed up a little bit there. Had to replicate things a little bit more because I went into that last battle and I'm like, oh man, I can do this. And then I had a misstep and I'm like, I don't recall this. But I'm going to show you how I did the Grand Hero Battle Infernal, even if it's with a bunch of 5 stars and a 4-star. Olivia's technically, I guess, a 5 at this rate because she's plus something or other, but still. I'm going to show you how I did it. Just don't expect too much sick plays, as they say, because, well, I'm not out here to be professional. I'm just kind of here to be me. I'm not going to be going crazy with it, but I figured I would just show you some of the key things that I did, because why not? So, one thing that I wanted to do here was, I noticed that this ninja here, he has Panic Ploy, so of course he does, so that's a bit of a harder thing. He also has Armored Blow, which means that he will have 6 defense when he, attacks. But, on the bright side, he does not have that hefty of an attack. The unfortunate thing, though, is that he does have Rogue Daggers, which will, inflict certain things that are bad, of course, but we're going to try to ignore that. And he does, of course, have Poison Strike as well, which will hurt substantially. The west side here, I have to say, terrifying in how it looks, but there are a few things that you can do to get around it. It does require a lot of repositional skills, and if you happen to have a Horse Cavalier or something like that, you can definitely use, someone like Lyn or Reinhard or any, you might even be able to do Horse Emblem if you have the certain, right setup. I just didn't want to bother with that. I wanted to try something a little bit easier. But mainly, I wanted to remove the blue unit because I wanted to provoke a Vantage counterattack from the Green Tome unit, as well as the our good old ninja over there. So, mainly because the blue unit is the most annoying, but I also want to make sure that Lyn has no buffs, at least not enough buffs, that she will, do any more significant amount of damage and allow her to at least get out. So I can get Ninian in there and bring her home with those repositionals. And then, of course, I'm going to move Olivia up here and be ready for it. From here, the ninja should attack Ryoma. It's going to hurt. 16 damage at the end of that, just from that. And then, hopefully, yeah, there we go. We managed to kill off the Green Tome unit, which is what we needed to do. And from there, we wanted to make sure that we can kill off the Sword Cavalier and get rid of it. And then, hopefully, I'm going to move Lyn up here because of a few things. Well, one, we are going to have to take out EPHRAIM, because that's the idea, at least. So, just bloop. And from there, what I'm going to do after this is I'm also going to move Ninian over here, kill EPHRAIM, and then move these aside, because now Erica's going to try to attack. She does have Moonbow, and she's going to go after Olivia, but Olivia has enough heft, at least enough of it, to deal with that, and then hopefully we can get rid of whatever the heck's going on here.
Yes.
And that's how I did it. But it is it's a little bit easier than what I thought it would be as a Bound Hero battle, but since I'm stupid at times, I tend to forget what I do to replicate steps. But yeah, that was easy enough for me, and it should be easy enough for you guys as well. Hopefully, all you really need is some good repositionals, and you should be fine. Maybe a good distant counter unit if you decide to go with that, the method I went with. The idea is, unfortunately, that there's so much room in there. It kind of looks claustrophobic, but, just take your time. Repositionals are pretty big key there, especially if you have units that have distant counters like Ryoma or Ike, or I'm sure some other ones would probably work out as well. That's just the ones that I had available. I did try Ike out, but I just did not like it as much as my Ryoma, but, that's just how it went. So anyways, guys, yep, there you go. That's the Bound Hero battle. That's Ryoma's new banner thingy. And I hope you guys are ready for the next thing that's coming, which We're gonna have a lot more to do, aren't we? I'm gonna be talking to you guys a bit later, so goodbye for now.